In this video, we're going to cover how to optimize a Upwork profile so that you can get jobs. Whether you're still looking for your first job or you've gotten a couple jobs and you're struggling a little bit, this is definitely the video that you need to watch. So get yourself a beverage of choice, a pen and a paper, take some notes, and stick close. Let's get into it. You're on your Upwork profile over here now, and what you want to do is on the right hand side you'll see your name as well as your profile picture. Let's go ahead and click on that. You'll get into the actual profile. This is what your client will see when they are looking at your profile. Okay, so you'll see your profile picture, your name, and all your details. Let's start optimizing. First of all, the very first thing we want to do is make sure that our title is in line with the kind of work that we want to do, and then following that, if you just click on more, you'll see your bio, and this bio will also follow up on the title that you have created. Now, let's say you find yourself in a situation where you actually don't know what you want to do. You haven't actually gotten a job yet because you don't really know what kind of work you want to do. I'm going to help you now to find the type of work that you could potentially do. There's a few ways. First of all, you need to go back into your homepage. So you can go up to the Upwork icon on the top left and we can go in here. Let's go down, and here you can see there's a search bar and it says jobs you may like. Now you can scroll through this for days looking at jobs that are available. Okay, and you can see the type of work that is here. Now, this is based on your profile details, the skills and the categories that you chose when you created your profile on Upwork. But what we want to do is go into the search bar over here. And there's a few ways of searching for jobs. Let's say that you previously have worked at an institution where you taught math. Okay, let's go ahead and type in the word teacher. Now, there's a few keywords that you can use in each category to try and filter down the type of work that you'll be looking for. So let's say you want to teach mathematics. Let's say you want to teach English to people or children. So let's go ahead and search for a job. Okay, let us go. You can see an experienced yoga teacher. Maybe you teach yoga. Cover letter, a math tutor. Here's a great one over here. Okay, a math tutor for my son in the US who is in the 5th grade. That is fantastic. All right, so you can see now that you can maybe optimize your profile according to math tutor or a math teacher. Let's go ahead now into another Upwork tab. I'm just going to go to my homepage, and on the top right hand side there's a search bar. This is where you can search for jobs. You can also search for other freelancers. So if you go to the top right of that search bar, it says jobs. Just use that drop down menu and go and look for talent. Now you're going to have a look at other freelancers that are potentially doing what you want to do. So let's go ahead and type in math tutor. We're going to hit enter, and the results you will see are people that you are competing against. Now, don't be frightened because they have tons of experience, they've earned tons of money, and they have super high job success scores, and they've got a really, really polished looking profile. Just remember that these people may have been doing this for a lot longer than what you have. So you can now go ahead and filter location. You can also filter the skill. You can also filter the level of English that they speak. But you can start looking at these profiles. Now, these profiles, the strong profiles, are the ones that you want to be learning from. So if you click on the profile, I'm going to use the very first one. Okay, let us open up his profile. You can see here his tone when he is explaining to a potential client who he is and what kind of work he does. So you can see here he's got a nice title. Also, if you click on more, you can see his entire bio. It's nice and long. It's got a lot of details. There are some subjects over here that he excels at, and it's nice and neat. Okay, he's earned a fair amount of money, he's done a fair amount of jobs and worked a fair amount of hours. So you can take this and you can see what sort of profile you can build that is similar to this one. Now, I must just mention that you cannot copy and paste and just fill in your details in place of. You really need to rewrite this and optimize your profile for your specific needs. Even if you don't have many qualifications, you may just be the right person for a particular job. So this is a nice way of researching what your competitors' profiles look like, and this can help you also just optimize your profile so that it can look a whole lot better to a client. So jumping back into our profile now, you've got your information about your bio and your title, so you can start writing that and write it, have somebody read it, and then write it again, walk away from it and have a look at it again and write it again. Write it 10 times until you're really, really happy with your bio as well as your title. We're going to go in over here now to the next section, and this is a very important section. If this video has helped you so far to optimize your profile, go ahead and drop us a like to show your support. And if you want to follow along this video series, you can go ahead and subscribe to our channel to not miss another video. All right, let's jump straight back in. You don't have any work history, perhaps. Let's say you have not yet gotten a job on Upwork. This area over here, your portfolio, is extremely important. Here you can add a project that you've done outside of Upwork and add it in here so you can show potential clients what kind of work you do. Now there's many ways, and even if you haven't actually done this type of work previously, you can still document it and add it as a portfolio project. Let's take a few examples into consideration. The first thing is design. Let's say you want to become a designer. You can now jump onto your favorite design tool. I'm going to use Canva as a sample because I love Canva. It's very easy to use and it's got awesome features. But Canva can allow you to create something. Okay, so let's say, for example, I'm going to use a very simple example. I'm going to use this simple thank you card as a sample. Now, what you can do with Canva is make a design according to what you want your profile to be based on. So if it's designs for posters, pamphlets, flyers, digital designs, landing pages, websites, it doesn't matter what it is, design something. Export that design and go back into Upwork and upload that design into your portfolio so that you can show clients what you are actually doing and what your work looks like. Let's take another example. Let's say that you are a writer. Let's say you want to write short stories. Maybe you want to do a recipe book. Maybe you want to do script writing. Now, you can go over to Microsoft 360 office.com. Here is the link. And you can actually create a new document. It's absolutely free. And you can start writing. You can title it short story, you can title it whatever it is that you like. You can also additionally add images to the story if it is a short story and make something so that you can add it on to your Upwork profile. Now, again, this doesn't have to be something made for a client that paid money or commissioned you to do it. It doesn't have to have been something in the past that you created and it was part of a work project. This is literally just to showcase your skills, and you'll see with new profiles it looks very empty, and once it looks very empty it doesn't look very inviting to a potential client. Let's take something else into consideration. Let's say that you would like to further your skills, okay, and you would like to maybe get a certificate or diploma for something. There are tools, and there's actually one particular tool that is connected to Upwork. You can actually go to Credly, and this is what the page looks like. So credly.com, and this allows you to gain certificates, and it allows you to learn different types of software, different processes, so that you can further your skills in creating your profile on Upwork and just furthering your skills in general so that you can do whatever work you want to do better. You can be more qualified for it. So go ahead and check out Credly. It's actually also connected, as I said, to Upwork. You can just go ahead and sign into your Credly account and you can connect your account. So whatever certificates or whatever courses you do on Credly, you can actually just automatically have it imported into your Upwork profile. Now you've got some projects in your portfolio. We're going to go down here, and here we can start refining our skills. Let's hit the little pencil icon here, and here we can start adding some skills. Now this is some time consuming part, so you can actually go in here and you can start typing. Okay, so once you start typing, you will see some suggestions coming up, and you can now start to have a look at what is available, and also you can see what different options are in here. So you can add as many skills, up to 15 in total, over here in the skills section. You can now go ahead and click on save, and now you have some skills. You can also go and delete the skills that you think are non-appropriate or irrelevant in your profile. So you can just go and click on this, click on save, and you're going to continue going down. Now, the next section over here are testimonials. If you have previously worked for a company and that company is on LinkedIn, or you've previously worked for a person and that person has a LinkedIn profile, you can actually go in here under testimonials and you can request a testimonial from a previous client that you have worked with or for, including a company. So you want to put the client or the person that you have worked for, name, first name, last name, business email, and then also the LinkedIn profile. Okay, so this verifies that this person is real. So you'll also now add the client's title as well as the project type, the thing that you worked on, the thing that you did for this person, and then also a message to the client. This message could include something like, "Hi, Bob, I would like you to write a testimonial with regards to the project that you and I worked on in December of last year," and so forth. Write a bit of a detail over there and then just click on request testimonial. This will now show up over here under testimonials, and when a client goes through your profile and has a look at what is in your profile, remember, we're trying to build a profile that doesn't look empty, it doesn't look like you've just started. They'll go into the testimonial section and they'll see good, strong testimonials from people that you've worked with previously. Now, if you have some certifications, you can go ahead and add them in manually over here. So click on add manually and you can upload a certification. So let's just open this up over here. You can choose your category first of all. So let us just choose this one as an example. And you can see it says only if you've earned an official certification from this company. You can paste a verification code displayed on that certification. So this really is legit. It's not just you got like a piece of paper with some information on it. You can add your actual proper certifications in over here. You can also, as I mentioned previously, import them from Credly. You can go ahead and sign up with Credly, and you can then import automatically. The next section over here is employment history, and I think employment history, I think people feel that it could be important. However, when a client is viewing your profile, if you've previously worked in a restaurant for the last 20 years and now you want to become a graphic designer, I think that your employment history is kind of irrelevant. However, I do believe that there's some sort of element within any type of work that you've done previously that will add value to what you're doing currently and what you'll do in the future. So it is, at the end of the day, important to add this in, and it also helps you complete your profile. So you want to add the company, city that the company is in, country, title of your job, and then also the time period that you worked within this position. You can go ahead and say save. Now, the very last section over here is other experiences. Here you can really just add absolutely anything that you'd like. Let's say that you are creating a profile optimized to be a creative writer within the adventure and outdoor niche. Let's say that you went previously camping. You went out on a trip and you camped out for a year, you camped out for a month, you did something that's related to your profile or to the type of work that you are going to be doing. You can add this in over here. So you can add a subject as well as a description. So this is clean text only. There's no images or videos that you can put in here. However, you can add a link to a video if you do have it maybe on Google Drive or on any other platform. We're going to scroll back up to the top of our profile, and on the left hand side there are some options here. Okay, so first of all, the very thing at the top is a video introduction. This means when somebody clicks on your profile, a video introduction will autoplay with the sound on, and this can be important, again, depending on what kind of work you're doing. If you are doing something where you want your client to have a little bit more of an insight to your personality, then this is definitely something that you would like to do. I will make a video in the future on how to create a simple video introduction, how you can use simple stuff to set up with no equipment, no video experience, but that will be a video all on its own. The next thing you want to have a look at here is the amount of hours that you will be available to work per week. Now, let's be realistic. If you work a 9 to 5, you leave the house very early, you come home very late, and you work 5-6 days a week, you have one day off and your evenings are free. Let's say you have a family and you need to probably spend time with them too. Don't be unrealistic about the amount of hours that you can put in, because what will happen is you will get job suggestions that are requiring more hours, and your job suggestions will not be in a line with your preferences or your needs or your capabilities. So choose from more than 30 a week, less than 30, and then also there's an as needed, and then if you're not able to work, just say none, and you can then close your profile. Next is the contract to hire, and this opens a contract to hire opportunity. And the contract to hire opportunity is when you take your work relationship or your project with your client off of Upwork and you work privately, no longer on the Upwork platform. You won't have communications on the Upwork platform. You won't have your money, your payments going through the Upwork platform. And this is a feature that they've added in because, of course, maybe if you get a permanent job, there's no need to continue to work through Upwork if you've got a permanent job from Upwork. So this is a way of correctly and legally exiting the platform and taking your communications and payments off of the platform and going privately. So you can go ahead, once you have gone through this, you can go ahead and click on save. The next thing is editing your languages. Again, I did cover this previously, but as many languages as you can speak, add this in here, because somebody may need you to speak a specific language on a very basic level, and you may just be that person and willing to do that job for a specific payment. Right, the next thing is verifications. If you're a military veteran, you can add those details in here. You just click on the plus icon, and here you can say where you've served, and then you can also just say next, and you'll go through the process of adding all of your personal information in there. The next thing is licenses. Now, if you do have any licenses, you can add them in over here. So if you are an attorney at law, you can also add where you got your license or where your jurisdiction is. You can also add your license number and then your licensing verification URL, the date that it was issued, and also the date that it expires, and you can go ahead and click on save. Now, this again will just strengthen your profile. Let's go into education. Again, you can add in previous education that you've done, whether it was secondary school, your tertiary education. You can even add in universities, college, whatever else you've done, you can add this in over here. Again, just to strengthen your profile and show potential clients what skills you possess, and if you do have further education, what you can be offering on particular projects that you will be doing for your clients. Now that you've optimized your profile, you can go out there and earn your first job. If you want to learn how to get that first job, you can go ahead and click on this video and we'll show you all the details you need to know. We'll see you over there.